Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy walkthrough. This is episode 6. Congratulations, guys, for getting 1,000 views for the series to continue. So everybody needs to give themselves a round of sound. Great job, everybody. Way to hustle. And today we have a crazy case about a young Miss Future Heiress that may be using her fiancé in order to become rich and a gangster, so that he'll die and she'll take over everything, and no one will suspect the little fiancé of anything. So once again, most likely the girl is the culprit. At least that's what I think. I hope not, because it'd be nice to see pretty girls not, you know, be murderers again, which makes me very wary of pretty girls, because I married a pretty girl, so I need to be careful, because pretty girls can do dangerous things. That's what Amber says, we can get away with more. Yeah, so anyway, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys having a fantastic day. And you're ready for more Ace Attorney. Another surprise return today is Prince of Persia. Who saw that coming? I didn't see that coming. And just remember, guys and gals, to try to give the Tekken video that went up some love today, as it'll go towards your next community stream. Amber did her community stream thingy, so... And she made cookies and fish. I'm very excited, so... I'm very spoiled. This one spoils me. I don't mind. Alright, Apollo Justice time. Oh, my goodness. I'm just waiting for my vocal cords to open up. Because, actually, Amber has the brunt of today, because she has a lot of back and forth between Trucy and Alita, and I only have to play the judge and a couple other people, so unless Phoenix Wright takes a stand too, then I have to do 4 people, which isn't a big deal. No Luke girl voices today. Nope. No Luke girl voices. Alright, so Amber's just putting the tea away. Let's see. Game menu and selection. Objection! So we are still on... What episode are we on, actually? We're on the 2nd episode. Episode 2. And then there'll be episode 3, eventually. I'm just like... And then, like every Ace Attorney game, most likely this one is about Apollo's rival probably being accused of murder.
Murder weapon right here in the couch.
Yeah, I thought Amber had a shiv.
It's a nail file!
Well, how can I tell what female stuff is? It looks like a small shiv.
And that's why they don't allow these on a plane.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's disturbing.
You wanna see it happen?
Nope.
I'll bring this through customs, and they will take this from me.
Nope.
I guarantee you, they will take this off me. You know what I should do? I should like have it like down, like like I should like put it under my sock, like I'm trying to like smuggle it on board.
Nope.
See what happens to me.
Let's not say we did.
Don't follow my advice, everyone.
No, don't follow Amber's advice. All right, so Alita, this is the cross-examination now.
Oh, right.
Right. No, we're not going on a plane anytime soon. Amber's just being Amber. Hang on a second. That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes. Everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Wocky looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out that he had a bullet in his chest. So you were there at the time?
Yes, poor Wocky.
Poor Wocky.
When Wocky found out that Dr. Meraktis had lied, he flew into a rage.
Hang on. That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up in shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but I performed without complaint.
Wocky's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Great, now she sounds like a psychopath.
Well, they say ladies like the bad boys. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols and...
So, is it easy to take a pistol out of that house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit the access. But Wocky's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, Ja?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point being that Wocky had access to a pistol, though. That's what we all need to remember.
And, well, you already know what happened that night.
What happened? Meaning the murder.
I tried to stop him. I really did. But Wocky wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
I just don't see how anyone but Wocky could have done it.
Hold it. How can you say that for certain? Just how?
Objection!
Herr Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, I mean Wocky, was it, who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now. Yes, I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have time use this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, cha? Yeah, that does seem to be reasonable in this case, yes. Does the defendant have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol?
Is it on auto shuttle? Is it on auto shuttle?
No.
Let's see. Was there somebody else that could have done it? Was there anyone else there? Well, we know that Alita Tiala's shoes were left at the hospital. So it's possible she was there. Right? Because she could have left she could have taken those slippers from the hospital. And also, did we match the thumbprint from the slippers to the thumbprint, or the toe print on the slippers to the toe print on her shoes?
It'd be amazing if there was a thumbprint inside slippers.
And then we asked somebody, like, whose shoes these are, and they said it was hers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say there was another, and I'm gonna say it was her. That's what I would do.
Whoa.
I would accuse her.
Okay, let's do it. There was another! Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person who had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person was who had access. Just waking up, sorry. Tell the court the other person who had access.
Phoenix Wright! No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Her! Alita Tiala!
Age 21. Age 25. Age 24. Age 50. 19. Oh, wow. She's old. Well, yeah, she's a little older. 19, 21. 46, 42. Unknown. 15, 33. Okay. So we'll go. Testing 1 2 1 2. How much did you guys lose? Thanks for the super chat, VG Shine.
Thank you, VG Shine, for letting us know. I was just concentrating on reading my lines, so I wasn't on the chat at all.
10 minutes?
Well, maybe we should do that entire courtroom thing over.
Yeah, we should do it over again. When you presented Tiala's profile.
Wow. Well, you can just fast forward through everything else and then do all the lines again.
Yeah, we'll go back to presenting her profile. It's not episode 1. Where was it? Because I mean that was kind of important stuff. So it was right here, right?
It really sucks.
It does. You were doing a great job too.
Thank you, honey.
It does stink. Okay, final cross-examination. It's this one, right? Yep. Okay, so we just breezed past. Oh wait, so I have to go through this. Press object. Like that. Like this. This goes like this. Bullet. Wocky. You must have been quite frightening. Who's furious? You ripped up. Blah 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 blah. I'll teach him this one. And it was right at her profile, huh? Ow.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I have a little hiccup.
I tried to stop him, but Wocky wouldn't listen.
No, I'm just going through this because we already did this. They heard this part. It was up to this part. Okay. So we presented... So once we presented her profile, that was... tech issues. 20 minutes. Start.
Objection!
So there was another.
There was another! I know who it was, just in case you guys didn't hear this last time. We knew who it was because her sandals were left at the clinic and her toe print matched the toe of the sandals that were at the crime scene.
Alright.
Or the
So this
slippers
is-
that were at the crime scene.
This is where we were, okay. So this is, everything's back now, where it's supposed to be.
Alright, there we go.
Okay. Here we go.
Take that!
Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court you heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé? And killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this, it does seem a bit unfathomable to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder myself. I'd hope you do more than just hesitate, Your Honor.
Yeah.
But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim? We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
Ooh.
That would put things in a slightly different light, Hair Forehead. What possible connections are you suggesting?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe, Apollo.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim.
Oh.
That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the clinic, Your Honor. I'd like to draw your court's attention to names written on the chart if I could. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Ah, our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on the staff at the clinic until half a year ago. It was so boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. What happened to your sweet innocent act?
And I don't now.
Oh, now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all. Your Honor! There's no connection now. Let's focus on that, Your Honor. Doesn't fly in court of law.
Doesn't fly?
She's one tough nut to crack. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the clinic, true? Well, she worked for a gangster doctor, so it all makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you somehow remained connected, somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the clinic.
All right. Present shoes. Okay, here we go. All right, guys and gals, we're about 25 minutes in. We're almost at 100 likes. Let's keep pushing for those likes. Thank you very much. And the case continues with the girl shoes.
Awesome.
These sandals, or girl shoes, were found in the lobby of the clinic, Your Honor. They're yours, aren't they, Tiala?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
Oh, so sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working.
Huh?
Your moment of hesitation just now cost you everything.
Well, what's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you're unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all, baby.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Wocky back on the straight and narrow.
She shifted again.
Back on the straight and narrow.
There you go.
There.
This court thinks that you need to worry less about Wocky and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story, miss.
Your sandals were found at the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit, please. Why did you go to the clinic that day?
Witness testimony. Oh, she's sweet again. She's so sweet. She was just having a bad moment for a second there. She's really a sweetheart.
You think?
Yeah, I think she's a nice person. I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year, since I quit in January. I went to warn him after all. I knew Wocky had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
Well, that sounds ominous.
I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. she wanted to tell the doctor to be careful?
By mistake, you mean, the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation.
He was a timid, small man. I never wished him harm.
Uh-huh.
I just thought I should let him know. You know?
That does make sense, I suppose. Yes, but there's still one thing which does not add up. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, ja? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too if I was a gal. So why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. What is he doing?
Yeah.
There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake?
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, Herr Forehead. What the? No fair! He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may now begin the cross-examination. And the chat needs to get up to 100 likes, if they could, please, as the court case continues. You're at 98, and you're literally seconds away from 30 minutes. The defense may now also begin the cross-examination with the timid gal.
She's so sweet and innocent.
Cross-examination. Is she?
Look at her little face. Smiling.
No, that's an evil smile, Amber.
She's got little ribbons and bows on her dress.
Yeah, well.
That makes me feel like trusting her.
Meraktis Clinic.
She's made of nothing but sugar and spice and everything nice.
Yeah, she's as innocent as Dahlia. I agree. Alright guys, 120 likes is your next goal. Good job everybody. Here we go.
I did go to the clinic that day. Oh.
Hang on a second. Around that time, what time did you go to the clinic?
Oh, I don't remember exactly, but it was around after 9:30, I think.
And what was the first... And that was the first time you had contacted the doctor in half a year?
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you make friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic on that day?
I went to warn him. After all, Wocky had a pistol.
Hey, hang on. Did you want the doctor to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Wocky, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Why couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until 9 o'clock that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, Ja.
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor always was the timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake.
Wait, you mean that the act of malpractice on Wocky, correct?
If he had just told Wocky the truth at the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, the operation was the start of this whole affair now, wasn't it?
Oh, of course. If he told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought, actually. We know that the Meraktis Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any... Oh.
No dark secrets, huh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You wouldn't find a thing.
She's hiding something, I know it.
I must have some evidence that proves it too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. I wanted to tell him to be careful.
But then you'd be betraying Wocky, wouldn't you?
No, I did it for him. For us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, Ja.
I didn't want them to take my Wocky away.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
The time to figure out what really happened at the clinic, and fast. No time to figure it out. I would press her on when she says, I have no dark secrets.
Yeah, I think so. Or either press or present something.
This is, see, each time, this is a normal reaction. Normal reaction.
She does have a dark secret.
This is a challenge.
What would I have done? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I would present something. She did have a dark secret. That's the chart. Her dark secret is the chart.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Because that's her secret, I think.
This chart was found inside the safe in the doctor's office.
Yes.
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you knew why it was, don't you?
Could anyone mind filling me in? I'm a bit lost.
Hang on, Judge. I got you. So the doctor didn't have the leisure of making mistakes, right? That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away.
Oh, wow.
Bad, Herr Doctor.
And this is where you came in, Miss Tiala.
Huh.
The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Wocky's failed operation.
Interesting.
I love how the judge is always so, like, engaged in the court cases. It's like his type of entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he's a judge in this court. You were in the same position as the doctor. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it?
You're bold for a novice. I'll give you that.
Huh?
Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Too bad, little attorney. Whoa, that was creepy.
What? My armband's reacting again.
What is it, Apollo?
I felt my man bracelet tighten just now.
Your manlet?
Yes. Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo!
Then what's my armband reacting to?
Wait, maybe your manlet is reacting. Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it? What's going on? Am I going crazy?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
How does that help me? Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Listen to me, Apollo. Use the Force. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony.
You realize that's a completely different franchise, right?
But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses.
Then it's up to me to find the man bracelet. Then it's up to me and my manlet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps me. I talk to it sometimes when I need to get to sleep. Somehow it touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony.
Manlet of omens, give me sight beyond sight!
That's good. Alright, I need a swig of my tea. Some call this the bracelet. Okay, 37 minutes. Bracelet power. Okay. The armband's powers! She went to the clinic.
Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-full-year chart? The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. I went to warn him after all. I knew Wocky had a pistol. I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in a long time. I went to warn him.
Okay. You don't have to keep reading it.
I know.
I'm looking for any type of, I think it's her eyes.
I think she...
I can't. I have no idea what to perceive.
I don't think it's on this one. She's just staring ahead. Well, what about her hands?
Not moving. It's kind of creepy that this happens.
Looks like we're playing a ghost game.
Yep. Alright.
I went to warn him. When did she talk about going to the clinic? She asked a question during her testimony.
Why would I go to the clinic now before half a year ago?
There.
I didn't see anything though.
Look, perceive.
Okay.
What about her hands now?
It's definitely gonna be her hands.
There!
Where?
She moved a ring!
Where? You saw her move the ring?
Yes. Here again. Why would I go to the clinic now?
Gotcha!
Real? I never would have seen that. Why go to the clinic for half-a-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
What?
She was unsure, I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't part of your past. It was clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why? If that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Okay, that's dark. Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes. Now I can feel it. The time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this.
Well, they had another health checkup recently, right? Or something like that.
Yep. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant, your fiancé. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself because you were afraid. You knew that Wocky's chest x-ray would be revealed. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to haunt you. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, that was a short case. That's all, Your Honor.
What just happened?
George is like watching a soap opera.
I need to eat my popcorn. 1 second, please. Did the witness just admit to lying?
I sensed it, Your Honor. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct, Your Honor. And, opposing counsel. She said she had no connection to the clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Kataki's got a hold of the chart with her name, well, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
You guessed it.
Because she knew about the stuff and she didn't tell them.
Yeah, because then she could get killed by them.
Oh, she would get killed by them because she's the fiance and she knows that her husband-to-be is going to die any day.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
It is messed up.
Order! I will have order.
I did it! I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo! I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait.
What is it?
Miss Tiala, you're back to being sweet and innocent again.
It's true. The chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Wocky, and then I just went home.
It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, that is clear, yet it's not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony again. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination.
I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. You can do this. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and I left. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? Nothing happened at all. I warned him and I left.
How did the doctor respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised, panicky even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kataki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in the courtroom. That was cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, the real impressive way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers, Your Honor.
He fainted. Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Let that be stricken from the court record. It never happened.
Nothing happened in the doctor's office that day, huh?
But what about that mess that we found, Apollo? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
Yeah, there was a bullet. I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita was there in any... Wow. Nor that Alita was involved in any way.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. She shot at him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at the clinic, and fast.
Oh my gosh, what if she shot the doctor in the clinic and it went through him, and then it went into the safe, and then she locked the safe afterwards, and then she brought his dead body to the park and set it up there, and then set her fiancé up to pretend that he killed him? I don't know. Well, I still think it has something to do with the gun or the bullet, I think.
I mean, I definitely think I think she shot it at him, but there was no blood on the bullet.
Yeah, that's
There's no
true.
blood on the
At
bullet
least
in the office.
She shot at him then, yeah.
Unless the blood would somehow... Is there any way to examine the bullet?
I don't know, I guess we can examine it.
Because, I mean, the bullet is flattened inside the safe, but I don't see any blood on it.
Yeah. Well, at least it shows that shots were fired.
Yeah.
Wow, it's all mushed!
That was one tough safe.
You know, it looks kind of yummy!
Huh?
Like ice cream! Mmm, caramel!
You certainly have an active imagination, Trucy.
It kind of does look... I thought it looks like a muffin, to be completely honest.
It looks like a muffin to you? That's a... Okay.
When you look close up, now it doesn't anymore. I think we should present it.
Alright, we'll present the bullet.
Why not? No one lives forever. There's nothing else to present.
It does not look like a muffin, guys. Stop saying it looks like a muffin. Some of us haven't eaten yet today. Okay, here we go. Anyway, guys, your next light goal is 120. Let's see if you guys can swing that. Present bullet.
Objection!
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
Huh, what's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the clinic, the office. Inside the clinic's office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Oh,
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe?
oh, guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem, Herr Forehead. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained the rifling marks to us? Huh? You know, the pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match that murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in the office on the day of the murder.
Oh my gosh.
Not bad, Herr Forehead. Bailiff! Have this bullet analyzed immediately! Alright, so they take a little recess.
Uh-oh.
30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both the bullet are identical, sir.
Whoa.
Well. It seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position? The bullet in that safe proves one fact, Your Honor. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. Hi, little one. And at the time of firing, the safe was open. And the safe which contained the top secret chart. You think someone was threatening the doctor? In order to open the safe? It's like you have to watch his eyebrows and then change his thing. Only one person was in a position to do such a thing, Your Honor. Our witness, Alita.
Oh.
Order! I will have order in my court. Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita knew about Wocky Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money, a fortune if you will. Nefarious! She had planned to marry him just to get her hands on his fortune?
Whoa.
No! Hey, you keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man!
Uh-oh.
Me? I don't have any money. Yeah, you abused my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine, see? It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die, too. There in the park.
Yeah, right.
Wocky.
How could he have shot him?
Just cool down. You keep your hands off my Alita or I'll... Uh-oh. This is giving me strange reminiscence to Dahlia. Miss Dahlia!
I'm It's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny, murderer?
Wocky, wake up and smell reality.
Huh? Alita, baby?
The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita?
Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fräulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So the family fortune is what you're really after?
That's right. I wanted the money.
No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that.
I should have done the wedding earlier. Oh, well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me.
Accuse?
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl. Sure, I got close to that brat just because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do something like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
Wait, but,
What are you talking about?
Trucy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I? Well, you could have taken Wocky's pistol. You'd think he had mentioned that. No. All I've heard him say is, it was me. I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you.
Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation.
Huh?
But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly the Fräulein wanted the chart, yeah. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Oh!
You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe.
Ah!
He's right.
Maybe she made him lock the chart up.
No, actually, we broke into the... Remember? There was a thief inside of the clinic that day, and we scared them off before they could grab it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Maybe that was her.
Yep.
Miss Tiala,
Yes?
it's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day.
Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the clinic on the day of the crime. Clinic number 2. Oh wow, things are getting interesting. Okay.
Things are heating up!
Okay, 56 minutes. Clinic 2.
Things are about to get medical up in here.
Alright guys, you are 3 likes away from 120. Let's keep those up. You're bringing people into the channel. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's try to get to 120 though, okay?
Great job, everyone. Thank you, guys and gals.
Okay, and I need to swig of my tea. This is getting very interesting, isn't it? Whoops.
Yes, it is. These Ace Attorney games are very well written. Great job, Capcom. Nobody makes the kind of games like this, except for Capcom.
Capcom does doing a great job with that. Yeah, they are. All right.
I didn't think they could do a game that was close to how great Ace Attorney was, but it is.
Mm-hmm. So the Tekken thing didn't... Where is it? Yeah, video failed. That sucks. Okay. We have too many things open. There we are. Back to the case at hand. Okay. The clinic.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Meraktis was shot in the temple or not. Alright, that's gonna be an interesting thing.
You went back later.
The chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it, that's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Meraktis was shot. I heard about the shooting. I waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
Ah, that was you!
Oh, Apollo, that sound, it came from behind the door.
Someone's in there? A break-in. They left through the window. So you were the burglar.
That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing and brazen at that.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame the girl for wanting to protect herself. They're gangsters, you know.
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, please. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, huh? Very gangster-like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day.
Alright, why that day?
That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was the park, so... I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, Ja. I'm kind of thankful for the sloppiness myself, actually. Because he was able to gather evidence.
Yup. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it.
Later...
Well, when I heard that happen, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after the 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way.
Did you just do a Scooby-Doo reference? Zoinks! But why did the doctor keep the chart around to begin with? It was very incriminating. It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it.
Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on the chart? To be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him.
Oh.
In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole the pistol, do you?
But you could have stolen it.
Could have? Is this some new definition of proof?
Well, ask Wocky. He'll tell us.
Objection!
Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. Mick! He's right, isn't he?
And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime.
Yeah, but,
But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further? Okay.
wow, she's a sly one.
Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Meraktis was shot in the temple or not.
Wait, how does she know he was shot in the temple? How does she know?
press on it.
Hold it!
The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. See, right there on the little chart. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot.
That's not actually what happened. He went the other way.
But that testimony was proven to be a lie, Your Honor. Our panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, that's to be sure. But he was standing on the north. If Mr. Stickler shouted from... Wow, if Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple.
Silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do
you remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there could only be one explanation. The panties guy must have been mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us, Hair Forehead? Show you what?
We already explained it.
Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. Chart time. If the witness panty guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us, Your Honor. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us.
Well, actually, if he was standing from... If a person with a shotgun stood behind the cart, it would theoretically hit them in the right temple.
But why a shotgun now?
Or, I mean, the gun, the regular...
We're changing the murder weapon, you guys. Okay. But you're forgetting something, Imps.
What?
I will tell you after I write the time code.
I'm forgetting what?
I'm still writing the time code. I'm slow. I was never a fast typer. Prove it. Okay. So, I'm just going to interject real quick. Remember we found the slipper print at the scene of the crime, as well as proof that there was a leaf on the slippers. So, if she was wearing the slippers and she was there and shot him from that side, he would have been hit in his right temple.
Mm.
So, we somehow need to prove that she was there with the slippers and probably the feet print we took. I don't know.
So she must have been in or behind the noodle stand.
Mm-hmm. If you can, that is. Wocky Kataki was standing at the killer mark, Wesley Stickler at the witness mark, and of course, the doctor was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing? Someplace else.
Yeah, someplace else.
As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where is the park? Where in the park did the... Sorry. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Huh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think?
But what if they were a bit more terrifying?
What? Oh no.
Like so. Double penalty!
Oh my god.
Herr Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead!
Oh no.
Challenge accepted. I'm that guy from How I Met Your Mother. It's justice time!
Are you sure, Apollo?
The key to the witness and Mr. Stickler's testimony, if we believe if we believe that and what we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here.
Inside the noodle stand.
Inside the noodle stand?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, because they couldn't shoot past the noodle stand. They would have to be inside the noodle stand waiting.
Okay. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita.
Well, what do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know what Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. They never really fixed this thing for the game. It still looks like a DS thing. He shouted just as he was told. He shouted just as he told us in the testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no! You already know this, Your Honor. Oh, yes! Which direction was the right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand.
Oh.
Order! Order! So, you're saying the killer was inside of the noodle stand?
Objection!
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim came to the park, wheeling his own murder weapon in the cart behind him.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'd think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about the possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in the stand. I can prove that. Can I prove it? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? I mean, in the clinic, like, all those bowls were out for some reason.
Yeah, that's right. Someone had to move all the bowls out of the noodle stand.
So, let me get this straight. Basically what happened is she emptied out the noodle stand, and she made the doctor push the cart by having the gun to his head while she was inside of it. Forcing him to go to the park like a mobster execution.
Wow, that's so messed up, Luke.
She's evil. That's what I'm thinking. Like, how else would he volunteer to, you know, do that? Maybe I'm a little far off, but I think so.
I think, let's see. Yeah, I think I guess, what is the question again? Proof that someone was in the stand?
Evidence that someone was in the
Well,
stand.
the slippers, because that's evidence that someone else was there at the crime scene.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the slippers. But the bowl would be something too.
I've got it right here, Your Honor. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand.
I'm gonna say the slippers because it shows somebody else was there. The hospital ones.
Okay.
I think we'll have to use. Maybe they'll ask us about the bowls later because I guess that's important. Well, I didn't even think about that, Luke. You're right. That's why the bowls were missing, because they had to remove them. Or the killer had to remove it from the stand so they could fit in there, because it would have been full of bowls.
Yep. The clinic. And they're covered with paint. We found these at the clinic and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand.
So getting into the noodle stand then. Or leaving it.
Oh, and Miss Tiala? Your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof that you were inside the noodle stand.
Objection!
Yet there was only one slipper found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram if you would. A park pathway runs next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, ja? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper? What if it was on the stand and simply fell on the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb.
Yeah.
One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. I too have been to a noodle stand. There's bowls inside. Could someone have hidden inside that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something.
Huh?
I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in that stand, some things would have to be...
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden inside the stand? I can prove one thing, Your Honor. Someone did scheme to clear a space in that stand.
Oh.
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's noodle stand that night. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls inside the victim's clinic? Mr. Eldune was very clear about these bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without the sand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was a space inside the noodle stand. The space created at the clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita.
Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, I'm more confused than ever. The defense has somehow made its point. The witness has both a motive and an opportunity to kill the good doctor, or rather the bad doctor.
More fairy tales? This whole trial's a fairy tale.
Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was the doctor pulling the stand that night? And what was Alita doing inside of it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. She was having him walk
This is so creepy. Literally, she literally made him walk, and oh my gosh.
And still killed him anyway.
Oh man, this is so messed up.
She's a mobster.
Man, I do not. I hope she gets. No offense, but I hope something bad happens to her in prison.
I mean, Dahlia,
I don't know. Like, she's just a bad person.
Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, was executed in prison.
Oh my god.
She was on death row for quite a while, though.
Wow, she's a horrible human being. I can't believe she did that to the doctor.
All right, here we go.
Okay. That night, I went to ask Mr. Meraktis for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family hands. But Dr. Meraktis didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me.
Let's see, you probably were waving a gun at him.
So I gave up and I went home. All I did was just talk to him.
Uh-huh.
You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make any excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brad got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination yet again.
Yes, Your Honor, gladly. This is the last testimony, probably. Either I perceive the truth or it's all over.
Cross-examination.
Tiala's explanation.
That night, I went to Dr. Meraktis for the chart.
Hold it!
So you did go to steal that chart.
Were you listening? I said I asked him for it.
The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have coerced him. Threatened him.
True, it would have been impossible without a pistol. But what if she did have a pistol?
I'll admit I want the chart. That much is true. My reason was simple. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family hands.
Hold it!
Alright, it certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say.
Not only that, if the Kitakis had gotten that chart, I probably would be with Mr. Meraktis right now, pulling that great noodle stand in the sky.
Seems... sorry, I got judged. It seems our witness was in a fix as well.
Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand? Creepy. When I die, it will be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act.
Could that be a little less morbid, please?
Why, Trucy?
Why?
So you see, I needed that chart. Yeah, but Dr. Meraktis didn't understand.
He didn't understand?
He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought, what a sad excuse for a man.
Please don't smile like that anymore. It's really creepy.
She's creeping me out. He was practically delusional. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me.
Okay. They sent you?
He thought the Kitakis had sent me to get the chart.
It makes some sense. Wow. It makes some sense. You are their son's fiancé.
Don't make me laugh. The Kitakis sent me? They don't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone in there with guns a-blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. So, I just gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
If that were really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there?
How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went. I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright?
Do I detect uncertainty there? This is my last chance.
Apollo, any word from your manlet?
Yeah, actually. I felt it respond.
I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo.
Time to perceive the truth. Here comes justice.
Alright, that night I went to ask Dr. Meraktis for the chart.
I'm looking at her hands, but I don't see the ring moving this time.
No.
Okay.
I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. Nope, she's not even... Her hands aren't even together. But Dr. Meraktis didn't understand. Don't see the ring at all. For some reason, he thought they gave me, so I gave up. And wait, what did... So I gave up and went home.
I mean, the only time that she has her
Oh!
hand... What?
Sorry.
You saw something?
Yeah,
What?
she's twitching something.
What?
When I gave up and left home, she's messing with her scarf on that one.
What? How did you see that?
I think she's touching her scarf. Look at her hand on her scarf. I think she twitched her scarf, like, at some point.
Ah!
Oh, there it is! There it is!
Gotcha!
What?
I saw her clutching it. Well, I didn't see her moving it until you closed up on it.
Oh, wow, Amber, that was
hard to see, actually. The ring thing was a lot easier to see. That was too hard. I really hope they don't add this into the next Ace Attorney game. That's too hard to see.
Holy cow, I didn't even see that. It barely looked like she was moving.
Well, I didn't see her twitch, but I saw her clutching her scarf, so I thought that maybe it would move, and it did.
Wow, honey, that's impressive.
Thanks.
All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. And the little slip in confidence that they gave it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala.
Huh?
All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch? What are you talking about?
You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf.
What? What?
This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
It seems that when you recall what you really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habit are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened.
Well, maybe sign of a struggle or something, that she did more than talk to him.
The lamp?
Oh yeah, that was broken. Yeah, we can't really present the shiv. Yeah, the lamp was broken, so, like, she obviously knocked it. Oh, it's blood! Oh my gosh.
This cord runs to the lamp and it's red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain.
Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like, they were trying to write their name and then it kind of, like, slipped.
Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord?
I used to write my name on my magic ropes.
Is that lipstick or what is that?
I think that's blood.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Take that!
But what is that?
You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out! This talking in circles is killing me!
Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Tiala. Please remove your scarf. The doctor strangled her? The doctor tried to kill her?
Maybe. Oh my gosh, maybe they tried to kill each other.
This trial is to determine what happened in that park, yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting, as soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do do it! This is insane! I'm an unrelated third party! You can't order me to...
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated to this case. Please remove your scarf.
No! No!
I knew it! So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala?
Oh my gosh!
Your neck. That isn't what I think.
Oh, your neck! That isn't what I think it is.
Oh my gosh, he tried to strangle her.
Something did happen that night at the clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it.
But wait! Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness specifically. You tried to threaten the doctor and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the clinic.
Okay. You don't. One scream's enough. Order! Order! Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Meraktis. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart! Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you could save your own skin?
What?
I know what you're up to. One in with the family, huh? And if they see that shot, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw, huh? But if I'm going down, I want company. You! Then what happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor!
Wow, he wasn't really scared of the gun at all.
Well, I mean, he works with gangsters all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, also, she was probably gonna kill him anyway, so he might as well jump on her.
Here we go. We have
Okay.
Then, he took that cord!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. Pal, Meraktis! Oh, is that her?
Yeah.
Was serious, deadly serious! He really tried to strangle me! I must have blacked out.
Wait, the Noodle Man is responsible?
Wait, what?
So you were the victim?
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now?
Yeah.
I was out cold. I almost got killed. And you claim I then snuck into the noodle stand. And how could I?
Ah!
Oh wow, this took a turn. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the clinic. It would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I told you everything. Can I please go home now?
You bear some responsibility for the events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this.
Objection!
Got the toe print.
Yeah, she was there. Her toe was there.
Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin, what exactly are you doing? The pal choked Alita. That is true. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There is more we don't know.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand, Apollo?
Huh? Alita half dead? Pulling that stand? And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand?
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
Miss Alita, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin?
Me, Fraulein? I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's get back over what we've learned up until now. Recap time! Alright guys, you're almost at 140 likes. Keep going. Let's go, let's go!
This takes a lot out of you.
Okay, on the day of the murder, Wocky saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside of him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give the doctor some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Wocky. So she went to the Meraktis Clinic ahead of him. In order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then something happened.
Wow, creepy. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Meraktis? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita, perhaps he thought, to death. What did he do after this crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of this clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear that the good doctor, what he did next. Well, Herr Forehead, care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Meraktis do? Oh! I figured it out! I figured it out!
What did he do?
Okay, alright. Okay, what happens when you kill someone? What do you then need to do?
I guess you can't leave them there.
You have to get rid of the body. So the one who emptied out the noodle cart was the doctor. Because he
What?
hated the rival doctor. Then he put her body inside of it. She wasn't holding him up at gunpoint. He thought she was dead. She had the gun when she woke up, and to get her revenge, she shot him. Because he was planning on killing her. That's what it was. Boom! Boom! That's how this is all... Watch. This is all how this is going to happen.
Wait, who put her in the noodle cart again?
The doctor thought he killed her and was trying to get rid of her body.
Oh, okay. So he put her in the noodle cart to get rid of her. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Disturbing.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Meraktis do?
Maybe he did think he killed her. Do I have evidence to show what he did next?
How do I prove it, though?
I mean, did she put the sandals on to the slippers to visit him, or did he put the slippers on her?
Maybe present if you...
Let's try the noodle stand.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Take that!
As his next move, the doctor stole Guy Eldune's noodle stand!
What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand?
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer?
He took them out.
Bowls that belonged inside that stand. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy.
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in its place.
Ah! Wait, you don't mean...
I do. Dr. Meraktis did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
my corpse!
That's what I said. The doctor panicked. He thought he killed you.
His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
So technically, she killed him in self-defense, though.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know if that would be self-defense. I guess if he was about to kill her...
I mean,
if he was about to throw her in, like, the ocean or in a pond or something, then to kill her, then if she shot him into self-defense, I guess that'd be self-defense. I don't really know how that works. Well, that's a good point.
She was defending herself, but the only problem is she covered up the murder. She lied about it. It could have been seen as a self-defense murder, like a self-defense-like thing, but she covered it up, so now it's premeditated murder. Well, actually,
I don't know.
I don't know what type of murder it is. It's not premeditated because she killed him out of survival.
She could have pled insanity.
Yeah, he was going to dump her in the river.
Objection!
Then let's think about this logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Wocky Kataki?
Objection!
I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right! He had no reason to go there! And now... Oh, now I get it! It was a trick! That spoiled brat made him do it! He made the doctor steal the stand!
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where the doctor was heading with the stand. Please show us on this diagram.
The river.
Where exactly was the victim dragging the stand?
The river.
Take that!
There, that's a river!
Oh, wow.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why.
A perfect place to dispose of a body.
Oh, wow. He was going to throw me in that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fräulein. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions, Your Honor. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita. And then...
The denouement? I don't know.
And then in that moment, Wesley Stickler of the panty-snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant... So the doctor was a very bad man.
They both had a gun. Oh, that's right, she had a gun.
Yeah, but how did she not hit Wocky, though?
Right, that's what I was thinking. It could have gone through his head and gone to Wocky.
She could have killed her fiancé. Well, no, she doesn't really care about him, but, I mean, the bullet path is, like, right in his way.
Well, it could have got lodged in him.
From that close, though?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with this.
Okay.
So I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Wocky's pistol. It had to be you!
Well, Miss Tiala.
Oh, nice work.
You mean, I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job of dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Meraktis pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Whereof what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? I must always be the one to point out Herr Forehead's errors.
Maybe there really is something.
I believe that Fräulein speaks of her Herr Doctor's car.
His car?
That's right. The Meraktis Clinic has that big garage.
In which Santa green sports car was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place?
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that, Justo Kenobi.
Oh, thank you, Justo. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much. Well, the green car, Luke. Why did he steal the stand? It was messed up. Remember, it had that thing in the exhaust. The panties.
Yeah, but the car still hit Phoenix Wright, so how...
What didn't that happen before the stuff was stuffed in the tailpipe?
I mean, we know she did it, but the car, yeah, now they're gonna bring the car into this. Okay.
Well, or it could have been the mirror was broken so he couldn't drive his car.
Maybe she stole his car afterward. No, she couldn't have, because the mirror was already broken, because if she would have driven off, then the cell phone underneath the car would have been destroyed. Okay. We'll figure it out.
If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
What an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right! That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car.
Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about that. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car?
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead.
No! No!
Your forehead, Apollo, it's glaring.
My forehead!
So shiny.
Order! Well, Mr. Justice, and your shiny forehead? Why didn't Dr. Meraktis use this car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
Everything I've learned.
Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts a doubt on this entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night.
Search your feelings, Apollo. You know it to be true.
The car didn't run because the panties were in the exhaust.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
that would be my only guess.
Someone else stole the stand. He carried the body in the car. Why? No, he didn't carry the body into the car.
Goodness.
Someone else stole the stand. No, because he is the person who tried to dispose of the body.
Yeah, he's the person who tried to. So the car didn't run.
Yeah, the car had not run. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because if the car would have ran, it would have ran over the cell phone.
Yeah, that's true. He would have run it over the cell phone.
Because the panty snatcher left his phone in the garage where
That's
he was
right.
hiding.
If he used the car, it would have crushed the cell phone.
Yeah. Here we go. I have an idea. It's all coming together. More or less. That night, Dr. Meraktis couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Yeah, not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple.
If that's so simple, perhaps you can show us with some evidence, young man? Show us proof why the car couldn't run that night.
The magic panties!
Let's see now. Panties again!
Oh! All sorts of things come out of my panties!
Oh, why? Why?
Even the truth!
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these undergarments. The last in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act.
Ooh.
A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them.
Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Very good, Judge.
Exactly. But, by the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you were here investigating?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start, a clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
What? Is this guy helping us? My, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the garage. From that time until the time we found... Why is there time and time right next to each other? From that time until later, we found these. That car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Meraktis had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing that he could think of. Tarsal.
Well, Miss Tiala? This wraps your doubts up nicely, I think.
So it does.
Wow, she's gonna come clean.
Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramps. The pain, my throat's burning.
What's your problem? You, Doc! I know what you did! Ah!
Wocky!
You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man!
Wait, let me explain.
Fine, I'll give you your last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not what you think. It's not just me.
No! He'll ruin everything! I have to stop him!
Cease this at once, you two!
Oh, was she trying to shoot her fiancé?
No, she was trying to shoot the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
She seems very calm about everything.
Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
Wow, but I mean, it was a self-defense thing, but she covered it up.
Okay. Wow. That was crazy. I mean, technically, it was self-defense.
Yeah, I mean, she was... Or she could have just escaped the noodle stand. But, I mean, then she was going to get killed by either her fiancé or the doctor. Because if the doctor was able to speak, he was going to tell the fiancé that she knew about the chart, and then the fiancé probably would have shot her. Probably. I don't know.
There's still one mystery, though. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much as from Mr. Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Meraktis didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Huh?
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Wocky declared guilty, it was you.
Well, that was a startling revelation. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita doing?
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew, actually. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice? Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Yeah! He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter here, Forehead?
Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty for this guy. He's probably guilty of other things, though.
He's probably killed, no, he probably doesn't kill anyone, but he was about to.
He's been in gang wars.
Court is adjourned. I need to go, rethink a lot of things in my life. The pretty girls seem to commit a lot of murders in my courtroom. Good day.
Every time a sweet girl's in court, she's gonna be the killer.
I'm gonna start being very judgmental from now on.
Profiling. Any girl that looks sweet and innocent is a killer.
I know, right?
Oh, okay.
Great job, Apollo! You did it!
Yeah, we did somehow. But what about the case of the car trying to kill your dad?
Oh, Wocky's off the hook! Free to become the gangster that he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes!
Or to blame, I guess.
You gave my Alita! Give her back! Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish!
Enough, Wocky! Oh
my gosh.
That guy, enough.
Ah!
Oh, wait, now it's Mr. Kentucky! It's high time you opened your eyes, Wocky.
Ah, what do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up life trying to become some kind of businessman.
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Wocky.
I'm afraid the guard is gonna throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kentucky needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Wocky. Oh, Wocky, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's up?
Oh, show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? Probably for his son's surgery.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe so he can get money to pay for his surgery to a good surgeon.
Think about it, Wocky. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. Oh, to pay for a hospital.
She doesn't mean, you aren't really, are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Wocky. But it's an expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it.
Huh?
It was gangster life that did this to you, Wocky. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean.
His dad is gonna cry. Those are his eyebrows?
please understand, Wocky. Dad!
I thought those were sunglasses.
Man, I see how it is, old man. Always looking out for you.
Wocky!
Listen, good old man, one day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
What a jerk. His dad is sacrificing everything for him. My Wocky!
No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki, I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes.
Oh, look at his little eyes.
I'm glad to have met you. Not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think, Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest Kataki lime pies. He's opening a pie shop?
Cute.
So long.
He's gonna be a baker.
Well, he's probably baked other things. And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo, to the Wright Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there. Let's get going, Apollo.
We need to actually make it a law firm so we can operate legally.
Oh.
Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my manlet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her.
I feel kind of bad. I don't know. I feel kind of bad because she didn't have very much. That nurse didn't have very much that she could do. She could have left the country. Or something.
Yeah.
I guess she shouldn't have gotten engaged to him thinking she would get all the money for herself. I think that was the problem. She probably should have just left town and then so they couldn't find her at all.
Maybe. Okay.
Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Where?
Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Aldoon.
Oh no, salty noodles. Gotta stand back already.
Oh, and after that you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Ta-da!
Oh, it's a special, alright. Please, anything but him.
Mr. Hat!
The end. Or is it?
Yay!
Save your progress. So that was a trial.
Well, is that the end of the game?
No!
Oh.
No, that was episode 3, honey.
Oh, wow. There's more to the game? Oh, my God.
Yeah. There's more to the game.
Oh, wow.
Episode 3, Turnabout Serenade. Let's rock!
Oh,
yep.
Mr. Gavin.
Gavin's gonna be in trouble like every other Ace Attorney game where the prosecutor has problems. It kind of repeats. We love you! Whoops. I made him British.
It's fine.
Rock on, everyone! This party's not over yet! Get out your handkerchiefs for our special guest! That's right, baby! The night's just getting started! Thank you, Guilty as Charged. This ends the first part of tonight's show. There will now be a 20-minute intermission.
Oh, maybe we're gonna see him backstage or something.
I don't know. Ends our show.
July 7th, 8:05. This is so cool! Us? At a Gaviner's concert?
Oh, Guilty as Charged is the name of this band. Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. I can't hear anything. The Gavineer is putting the sick back in music.
Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice.
Alright, so we call this Chapter 3. Chapter 3. 2 hours. Chapter. Whoops. Chapter 3 started. Okay. So we're going to go for just a little bit more.
sending us those tickets at 20% off. They're hard to get a hold of, you know.
When you invite people to a concert, it's usually free.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's head to his dressing room, Apollo. You know, like, we're a couple of VIPs that paid for our tickets.
Oh my god.
I've always dreamed of being a VIP at a Gaviner's show.
Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case.
Huh?
What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name?
Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He just let us in. Clavier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy. Yeah, but I'm a girl. I'm supposed to swoon over gods of rock.
God awful, maybe.
I bought all their stuff on the way home from the trial. I got 12 Gaviner's albums and 15 concert videos.
That was quite a bit of impulsive shopping, actually.
I got an advance on my next 15 years worth of allowance.
For Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity.
Wow, so she's gonna have to pay that off for 15 years.
And who would have imagined me here, at Gavineer's concert, watching Prosecutor Gavin rock? To be honest, he was kind of cool, and I'm kind of envious, actually. Not that I'd ever admit that to Trucy or him.
July 7th, Gaviner's or Gavineer's dressing room.
Ah, you made it!
Mr. Gavin, thank you so much for the tickets.
And the invoice you sent along with them.
Wow. You were incredible up on stage, Mr. Gavin.
Nothing like music to brighten the mood after a trial, ja? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself.
Lamiroar is singing, right? The siren of the ballad.
Oh yeah, that flyer said she flew all the way over here for this show. That's right, I happened to catch her show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us.
Lamiroar says, you praise me too highly.
Oh. Why does this guy look Russian?
I don't know.
Whoa, who's this guy? He's huge with such a tiny girl voice.
I don't know.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Allow me to introduce Mr.
Romaine Lettuce?
Romaine Lettuce.
Oh, yeah, Romaine Lettuce. Would he be?
Romaine Lettuce?
Would that be like a French name? Lettuce?
Is he French?
I don't know.
Lettuce would be French.
Well, you can always change the accent later if it's...
He's her manager and her interpreter, incidentally.
Maybe his name is yeah.
I don't know what kind of... Who is he?
It is a great... Wait, is it? It is a great honor for us to be here. Well, you can just give him a Russian accent if that makes you feel happy.
Lamore?
I think it's Lamira.
Batusi? No, it wouldn't be Batusi. What is
Lamira.
Give French like accent if you can. Okay, so he is French.
It is an honor for us to be here, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
A great honor from Lamore to be heard in this country.
Lamira? I think Lamira. I don't know what that is.
that voice. I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful.
Oh no, something. Oh, what is she French or what's happening?
She doesn't speak. Good luck with that, Amber. Gibberish girl.
Oh, it's Lemurat. I'm actually meeting Lemurat. Or whatever.
Wow, mysterious songstress. Her quite deep song glides through the air, lifting above a sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. Now this is music. She's a real artist.
Lemire says,
there you go.
we have a long looked forward to this joint performance. Ah, I love your voice, girl. It is art.
Thank you very much.
Yet without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice.
Oh, he's translating. Maybe.
I've seen this kid somewhere before.
He plays piano at all of Lemira's concerts. He's cute and he's a real good pianist.
Good pianists are dying breed, I hear. Allow me to introduce Machi Tobie. He is blind. This is why he never strays far from her side.
Wow.
They are always together. They're like characters from some fairy tale.
Lemira, so, what's the word and stuff? Exotic and mysterious.
She does seem quite pretty, at least. Her eyes do. Hers is a kind of sightseeing music.
Huh?
She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into song, even though her appearance and voice are exotic. Her songs remind us of something close and warm.
Sights into song? That's so poetic.
She was gracious enough to put music to my lyrics tonight. The Guitar Serenade. I hope you enjoy it.
I can't wait.
And now it's time. For the next part, we're giving the Gavineers hard rock a little rest. Lemire, the stage is yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it Lemire.
Lamore, I think is her name.
Lemire or Lemire.
I think
Lemire.
it's Lamore, but
Yeah. I really hate the fact that I cannot pronounce this.
I can't do French. The band members will not be playing during Lemare's ballad. Only matches tender tones and Lemare's dulcet voice. And my guitar, of course.
Woohoo! Nights like this make it all worthwhile, you know?
I should have learned to play guitar. There's not much romance in chords of steel. Shall we hit the stage then?
Good luck, Mr. Gavin.
Take care your hearts aren't stolen away, Ja. So,
Let's get back to the concert hall, Polly.
so there's going to be a murder that takes place here. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna call it Lemire. Sugar, sugar, on that night in your embrace. I don't know. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Pleasure, but a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. What?
What just happened?
Burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away, oh, away, like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away, all away, guitar, guitar.
The guitar caught fire.
I know, yeah. Up together to the sky.
He's putting the guitar out.
She destroyed his guitar.
What just happened?
I don't really know what's
Oh my
happening
God,
at this point.
What just happened?
I think she burned his guitar.
I guess she doesn't like guitar solos.
She said something like "set my heart on fire," and then she set the guitar on fire.
guitar on fire. That was
That was weird. I don't know
I don't
what's
think
happening.
that was supposed to happen. I don't think that. Yeah, guitar on fire. That was pretty good.
I don't know what's going on.
And she set guitars on fire, not hearts. Guitar on fire.
Now, Amber has a very beautiful voice. Too bad she can't hear the melody of the game, though.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It was hard for me to... I couldn't hear it very well. Wow, wasn't Lemire amazing? I even cried a little.
I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar.
Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. What a production.
What a destruction.
I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly.
Yeah, the
He
guitar
looked as surprised as I was.
Is that what they call risking life and limb for art? I think he's my new hero.
I'm not sure I'd call that art.
Well, what are we doing here? Let's go to Mr. Gavin's dressing room. There's 27 minutes till the last part of the show.
How many breaks does this band need?
Yeah, he's not going to be able to finish because his guitar is broken.
I mean, he has a regular axe. It was just his
Oh.
acoustic guitar.
Oh, wow.
What the heck was that? I was never consulted about it.
His guitar is
Sorry,
gone.
Mr. Gavin, sir. I asked the man in charge. I play a new rock, not a great balls of fire.
Oh, my
Speaking
goodness.
of fire, I have a good mind to fire who's ever responsible.
He seems upset.
Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torch me? Hey, I didn't do that.
Oops. So much for risking your life for art, Mr. Gavin.
The guitar serenade is ruined. Ruined.
Well, let's try to talk to him at least, I guess.
I'm not sure that's the best move right now.
Why are we talking to him? He's so angry.
All right, we have to.
I would leave. I don't want to be here.
That's. We'll have to find out about the flaming guitar next time, because this is actually getting kind of interesting. Where's the Where's
Wow,
the save thing?
he's mad. I bet that guitar was worth a lot of money too.
Oh yeah. There's no option to save. Back to main menu. Hopefully it'll save. Save our progress. Yes. All right, let's go.
Wow. Can you imagine if she's just singing about stuff on fire and she puts his guitar on fire?
Yeah, yeah. She literally set his guitar on fire. It's like a song, "Hearts on Fire," and then your guitar literally bursts into flames.
Wow.
All right, so anyway, guys and gals, you know the drill. We are ending the stream at under 1,000 views. We're ending at around 750, so you have until tomorrow afternoon, preferably around noon, to get 1,000 views on the stream. Your next stream is actually Prince of Persia. It'll be starting up in 10 minutes, which is kind of surprising to everybody. But that's happening, so we'll see you guys on the next stream. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully we'll be back with the next one. You only have to get 800, 900, about 250 views in order for the next episode. So good luck, everybody. You have until tomorrow morning, so give it your best. And see you guys on Prince of Persia in about 10 minutes. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya.